Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys doing? Tell me everything. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. Before I get into anything from today, let me run my disclaimer, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that all the formal things are out of the way, how are you guys? Hello. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've had a great day. Shout out to the replay crew. Y'all are amazing. Also, live chat. What is up? Panda Express. Absolutely. That sounds delicious. I hope you guys have taken care of yourself. And I do want to give a content warning. This has been a company that many people have reached out because there is confusion on whether this is a multi-level marketing company or not. We're going to clear that up today, but we are going to be talking about fitness, nutrition, more than likely disordered eating habits, if not eating disorders. I'm obviously going to stay within my scope of practice as a certified personal trainer through ACE. So if this is a topic that is not something that you're prepared to hear, I totally get it. This may be one that you want to skip and come back to when you're ready. But my goal with today is this topic, this video, is to clear up once and for all if this company, which is called Faster Way to Fat Loss, that name alone is horrific. I need to turn my light up a little bit. Okay. Horrific. Who named that? As if there's a way that you can out-science science. Please stop it. Amanda, whatever your last name is, that created this. We'll get to that in a minute. So that is my goal for today, to clear that up and answer the questions that many of you have been asking me specifically about this company. So welcome, Ashley, your first live. That's so cool. So do me a favor, if you have not already liked the stream, if you would do that, that would be amazing. This is a company that's not really been talked about by the anti-MLM movement quite yet that I have seen. And this is not going to be the only video. I am working on a collab with Brianna Jewell on this company as well. So that will be coming in the future. Prepare for that. I hope you guys are excited as I am about that video. And yeah, facts. Oh, correcting math test. Thank you for what you do. That's amazing, Beck of all trades. Okay, so a little backstory on this video. Last year, many of us are aware that Beachbody, that rebranded as Body, announced that they were going to be an affiliate model, which is fantastic. But we saw the chaos surrounding it. We saw some of the top leaders in Body, which I'm going to call Beachbody because I think most people are more familiar with that. We saw a lot of the top reps in Beachbody kind of freak out because the money that they were making off of their downlines was going away and they were panicking. So in all of that, we saw these top leaders jumping from company to company. Excuse me. And this video in particular is an opportunity Zoom that was done by the creator of Faster Way to Fat Loss and also somebody that used to be in Beachbody. And as you probably guessed, it is an opportunity Zoom that is purposely seeking out Beachbody coaches. So we're going to be breaking down their recruitment call for Faster Way to Fat Loss. So let's just think about that for a second. If it were not an MLM, why would they have an opportunity call targeting Beachbody coaches that are upset that Beachbody was going to an affiliate model? Make that make sense, right? Also, coaches. You're so right, Annette. Coaches. So yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the same or similar tactics that we have before, promising, a better business opportunity but from what I've seen, This is just another fitness MLM preying on desperate coaches. And hopefully by the end of this stream, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. So we are obviously going to be watching this in real time. Let's see how many red flags we can spot. So as you're watching this, whether you're part of the live chat or you're, part of the replay crew, when you see a red flag for them, drop a red flag in the comments. I'm not going to keep track of it because I'm not that organized, to be quite honest with you, or that tech savvy, but we can chat about it in the comments. So let's get into it. And as always, drop your comments below. And thanks for being here.
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. As you are joining, use the chat feature. Tell me where you're calling from. And I
don't need to know where you guys are watching from. It's none of my business. And quite frankly, it's none of her business either.
I want to hear what you are grateful for today.
Oh, God.
Hey, Etta, as you are joining, we have a great group already. Share where you're calling from and what you are grateful for today. I am joined by the amazing Michelle Myers. Michelle, where are you joining from and what are you grateful for today, friend?
Man, I am joining from Asheville, North Carolina, and I am grateful that my entire family is safe and that we are together. And yeah. I know you guys have probably all seen the headlines, and I was talking to Amanda earlier and I told her the headlines that you're seeing, the reality of the devastation in Asheville is real, but also like the church being the church, and like there's good news too. And
I love this, Kayla. Tag me in if you need any help.
So stay tuned, because in days ahead, there are going to be really cool stories of how God is at work.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Here we go with the spiritual manipulation. Can't wait.
For sharing what you're grateful for, because as you and I mentioned before, we even let everyone in, there's always something to be thankful for. Okay, we have many, many people hopping in. We had a few hundred people sign up for this call, which is exclusive for Beachbody, for body coaches who are.
It's exclusive for Beachbody coaches, but they posted it publicly. So is it really that exclusive? Also, immediate MLM vibes. Right away, it's an exclusive call just for ex-Beachbody coaches, but again, found it online, on YouTube, posted publicly. They're targeting people who just lost their Beachbody income, specifically people at the top of what I'm going to refer to as a product-based pyramid, in my opinion. That's already a red flag. So we can drop red flags in the comment if you think this already has predatory vibes. Because here's the thing. If this were a legit fitness certification, why are they only trying to recruit former MLM reps? Shouldn't they be targeting personal trainers, gym owners, or fitness professionals? It's almost like actual fitness professionals would see right through this. It's weird how that happens, isn't it? Weird.
Interested in learning more about the Faster Way certification and coach community. Lisa is from South Carolina, grateful for amazing health and wellness. Karen is from San Antonio, Texas. Lynn from Nazareth. Don't forget to share what you're grateful for. Pam is from Virginia. Grateful.
Imagine getting on a work call and they're saying, hey, we have this tragedy going on, and tell me what you're grateful for and where you're coming in from. That's none of your business. That's also weird. Don't do that.
Well, I'm in Virginia and not in Florida yet. And she said, stay safe. So my name is Amanda Tress. I am the founder and CEO of The Faster Way, and I moved our Faster Way to Fat Less headquarters from Ohio, from the Midwest, to Tampa, Florida, because I believe winter is a choice. Oh, cool. But that being said, the past few weeks...
Winter is a choice. I love when they try to be funny and it just comes off as like, it just gives the ick. Oh, winter is a choice. That's not funny, because people dealing with winters isn't necessarily a choice. Some people can't afford to move if they have a really hard time with cold weather or hot weather or whatever. It's just not funny, Gives me the ick.
I am kind of second guessing my whole to live in Tampa Bay. I have to say, the hurricane that devastated North Carolina is the same hurricane that also impacted Tampa Bay 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately, we have another Category 5, Category 4 hurricane that is hitting our area today. So I brought my family, my 5 kiddos and our nanny to Georgia. And so I'm in Georgia.
I love how she threw a nanny in there. And our nanny.
I'm safe, which is what I...
Yes, this is old. At the beginning of this, I talked about how this was from last year, but this is the first look at faster way to fat loss. And I'm going to be talking about this company a lot. So I wanted to start with something that's a little bit older. So thanks, Kitty Chat, for pointing that out.
I'm grateful for today. Okay. Hi, Allie. Good to have you. Courtney from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you. Jackie, Jen from Philadelphia. Grateful for fall weather. Awesome. Rebecca from Raleigh. Jesse from Illinois, grateful for the online health and wellness guidance. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to dive in and I'm going to share just a little bit of an agenda with you. Michelle is going to speak with you about her experience with Beachbody as she then transitioned into the Faster Way family, which has actually been a year in the making. And I'm so grateful and thrilled for that. After Michelle shares quite a few items with you based around her journey, then I'm going to dive in and I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty. I have a few slides now.
And so am I. Yeah. By the end of this, I'm going to show you guys not only all the red flags, but you're also going to see that this is very clearly a multi-level marketing company. And I'm going to use her own words to show that to you. I can't wait.
An important note is that unfortunately I lost my laptop bag and my purse somewhere between Florida and Georgia. And so I created some slides. They're a little janky. You're just gonna have to give me a...
DC, I'm sorry. And any other graphic designers. Avery Joe, if you're here, I'm sorry ahead of time.
Pass on design skills, but we are going to share comprehensive, detailed information. And you know, as we kick off, I just want to say I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you here. Again, we had, you know, a few hundred people sign up for this call. We've been in communication with Beachbody coaches. My mission, my vision when I started my digital marketing agency for women in fitness over a decade ago.
I feel like I need a sound effect that is the bell in a boxing match at the start of a round. Ding, 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 ding. I think that would be so funny.
And then transitioned into a focus on the Faster Way to Fat Loss certification and platform and program. This community is to eradicate poverty for women and men in wellness. Okay, that is...
What? To eradicate poverty for men and women in fitness. What about everybody else? Just people that you can recruit into your scheme that you can make money off of. That's who you want to get out of poverty? That's freaking weird, dude. That's freaking weird. And also the certification. We're going to talk about that. That's actually one of my favorite parts of this video. Can't wait to show you guys that part.
Is my mission. That is my purpose. When I started my agency, the average trainer only earned $24,000 annually. That was weekend hours, lunchtime hours, evening hours. Many of you are trainers and you know exactly what I'm talking about. $24,000 annually, not acceptable from my perspective. So I started my agency to...
And do tell us what the average income, according to the income disclosure statement for this company that was just started. What is the median income for all of the distributors in your company? Oh, there's not one. I bet it's less than 24,000. But go off about helping people that are in fitness career fields, if you will, you know, making more than 24,000 and getting out of poverty. Right.
Empower women and men in wellness to be able to scale very successful programs online, ultimately generating significant income so they could then recirculate their wealth to their family, their church, and community.
She's using a lot of buzzwords. I feel like that's a red flag. Interesting.
I've been a huge fan of Beachbody. Michelle can share a little bit. I was also a coach myself for a brief period of time, but I have always maintained an abundance mentality. I think there's room in the marketplace for health coaches and companies all over the world to thrive and to impact lives. But just recently was kind of when I started sensing and seeing a shift, and only a few weeks ago got some Beachbody coaches together and said, I'm feeling like there's going to be an opportunity to embrace Beachbody coaches and to really serve Beachbody coaches. And that was just a couple weeks ago.
Interesting. Could it be because we all knew that Beachbody was tanking and you thought, there's going to be an opportunity to recruit Beachbody coaches because the company is tanking? Wow, that's so profound. So, in touch.
Michelle wasn't able to make the call, but it was a great call. And then, kind of the next week is when the news came down the pike. And so my heart goes out to you. My passion is to share with you the details about Faster Way. It's not for everybody, but for some of you, it is going to be the best option. And not only that, it'll be life changing. So Michelle, with that, why don't you take it away? Share with us just a little bit about your experience, and then we'll dive into some details.
Yeah, man. First of all, I never get tired of hearing you say that. And
I do also want to tell you that the woman on the left, her Wi-Fi is very glitchy, so it comes in and out, but it doesn't last very long. So just prepare for that, because we're already kind of hearing it a little bit. Just wanted to give y'all a heads up.
I have had the pleasure of knowing you for over a decade. Heard you talk about that before.
It passes.
You talk
shortly.
now the same amount of passion that you talked about it then when it was just a wish, and to know that it become a reality is just, I never get tired. Just sitting over here smiling. I think every once in a while I just sit back and I'm just such a proud friend. And so I have to say that first. For those of you who are here from Beachbody, I'm sure that there's a scope of what you've been going through. Some of you have not been with Beachbody for very long, that you're new to this. And then others of you have been with Beachbody for a long time. I always say that I'm a Beachbody geriatric because I jumped in pretty.
What? A Beachbody geriatric? Is that like, are you trying to say it's a good thing or a bad thing? Or are you just trying to say like you're an OG? I don't understand. Guys, I'm an MLM geriatric. What?
Soon, when the opportunity was really young. And so December of this year marks 17 years for me with Beachbody. And
imagine the amount of people she has coached to injuries in the last 17 years. Imagine the amount of people that she has coached to disordered eating habits, in my opinion. Imagine the fear of food that she has coached people through in 17 years, or coached them to having, I should say. Oh God, horrific.
When I first started, I didn't really know much about business. I knew that I loved fitness and I knew that I loved helping people. And it just seemed like a job that I would do for free, getting to connect people and tell them about the programs that I was using for my own journey that I loved. And for a long time, like a solid, 9 years, I would say that my business was some of the most joyful work that I had done. There's a part of me, like, Beach really did raise me. I learned, it was the trenches that I love business. It was the trenches that I really grew. But I need to just acknowledge what you've lost. And for some of you, maybe that loss wasn't this. Some of you, I think the announcement for me, like, it was a little bit of a relief, because there's been such a tension for the last couple of years, because I feel like the company that I signed up for stopped existing.
Except they didn't. Body is still around. Now, do I think it's a good company? Absolutely not. Especially as a personal trainer. No. Absolutely not. However, they're acting like the company died. The company is still around. You just can't make money off of recruiting other people. You know, many of you are, I want to acknowledge that my heart goes out to you, and I understand how difficult this time is for you. Listen, lady, calm down. Okay. If these people were business owners, then this wouldn't have happened because they would have been the one making the decision. They're not business owners. That should have been the biggest lesson out of this scenario. It should have been the biggest lesson.
A few years ago, the trust that I used to have, I stopped having that confidence in the decisions that were being made. And so I had this level of,
Wait a second. Decisions were being made for you. It's almost like you weren't a business owner in Beachbody. That's so weird.
I don't know that I can recruit to this anymore with integrity. And so I stopped because I didn't see it as the best option anymore for someone who wanted to make substantial income, like to earn a.
I thought you said you would do it for free because you loved it so much and it brought you so much joy. And also, let me just say, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting paid for your time, your energy, and your work. I think people should be paid for all of that, and there's nothing wrong with it. Only in multi-level marketing do we see, I would do this for free. I love this so much. I would do it for free. Great. Do it. Do it. Oh, yeah, they won't. Because it's very much about the money. And when I say the money, I mean being at the top of the pyramid. It's very much about that kind of money. That's what these people chase. And the sad part is the majority of people will never make it to the top of the pyramid, but their downline or their upline is going to keep telling their downline, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Meanwhile, secret deals, special handshakes, oh, but it's an even playing field. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Full-time income for a family. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the stability. And so I stopped recruiting. And so the announcement, I grieved for a lot of my friends more than I grieved for myself. Because I grieved the loss of the company that I signed up for and loved and bled a long time ago.
I mean, maybe don't bleed for an MLM company. Maybe don't make it a part of your entire personality because it's very cult-like. There's nothing wrong with this is your job. You do your job and then you go home or you clock out, or if you work from home, you close the computer, turn it off, whatever, and you live your life. There's nothing wrong with that. Your job doesn't have to become your personality. I know that I'm addressing this as a job. It's not, they're contracted workers. The majority of them lose money. But I don't know. What do y'all think? I would do it for free until the recruitment model goes away. Then they don't stay around to do it at all. Nailed it, Lavender Rain. As always, I appreciate you. So dramatic.
And so I want to note that I'm sorry for what you're going through. But I also am so excited that you're here.
Oh,
because there's a
feel the energy shift. Guys, this is so sad. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, but I'm glad you're here. Hey, speaking of glad you're here, I'm glad that this Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is here, and we're going to have an ASMR moment. So if you're not into it, just turn it down. It'll be done in a second. If you are here and you love it and you're a member, which by the way, you should become a member. We have some fun. I do a lot of members only live streams too. So I'm going to open this. And if you are a member, you have a bubbles emote that you can have some fun. And otherwise, let's rate it 1 through 10. 10 is extra crispy. I'm doing it without a glass this week. I know. We'll bring back the glass, but not today. All right, let's go. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. I do like this flavor, but it has to be very cold. An 11. Oh, she was pretty crispy. Highly suggest really any of the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar flavors, but strawberries and cream is my favorite by far. Okay, let's get back into it.
A lot of hope ahead. And I truly believe for myself, as much fun as I had building a Beachbody business, and honestly, my career kind of transitioned a little bit more into the nonprofit and ministry space. And
And yet here you are on a recruiting call for something that is trying to act like they're not an MLM company, but they really are, in my opinion. Weird. That's nothing wrong with ministry. Go do your thing. But why is it a part of a money-making scheme, or what I believe to be a money-making scheme? That seems a little odd, a little weird.
Thought that I was done in fitness. I thought that I was a little burnt out. I was a little bored even.
Oh.
And I really just attributed that to fitness in general. But it turns out I was not bored with health and fitness.
Oh.
I was bored with Beachbody. And I say that with, I don't want anybody to hear me being ungrateful, because I am forever grateful for the company that raised me, all the opportunities that it gave me. And I wouldn't be who I am today without so many of the lessons that I learned. So forever grateful, but do not believe in looking backward. I believe in looking ahead.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you actually believed what you just said, you wouldn't have to bash Beachbody in order to sell the new thing. You wouldn't even be looking backwards. You would say something like, oh, I was a part of another company, but I decided to go another direction. This is very normal language. That example that I just gave. You know, when you're in a job and you say, oh, well, you know, I was in another job, but I decided to go a different direction. I wanted to pursue other things. It's a very normal thing, very normal language. But to get on here and to say, oh, I don't like looking back, but you've spent the last 5 minutes trashing Beachbody, which I'm not a fan of, don't get it twisted, you know, in order to sell this thing, that's wild to me. Also, red flags, for sure.
And so Amanda and I crossed paths when she sent me a message one day and said, hey, love what you're doing, love the way you're doing it. And I would like to sign up as a coach, and I will be diamond tomorrow.
Ew.
And I was like, who is this firecracker? Like, wow, I have never
no
had
idea.
such an introduction before. But let me assure you, she did have to wait till the next Thursday in order to see it reflected. However, she did go diamond tomorrow, in her mind.
Let me guess. She brought in a bunch of people from a previous company. Wow. That's profound. I've never seen that before. Sarcasm.
And so Amanda built a great business. We had so much fun together. But I remember when 21 Day Fix came out, and Amanda has immense integrity. And she said, I'm nervous. I don't like this. And I was like, okay, talk to me about it. And she said, this is not enough food. Women are going to shoot their metabolisms. And in 10 years, their health is going to be in the toilet. She probably said it better than that, but that's essentially what she said. And she was like, I feel like I just need to walk away from this, because this isn't who I am. I don't believe in this anymore. I really want to help women get healthy. And like, just being honest with you, like, this is not it. And
I mean, so it was just the 21 Fix. What about all the programs before that? What about the containers of food? What about all the movements where they're combining a bunch of different exercises for absolutely no reason than to increase the risk of injury, in my opinion, as a personal trainer? What about all of those red flags? What about the fear around carbs? Those weren't red flags for her. No, it was the 21 Day Fix, which I'm not a fan of either. But what about all the red flags that came prior to that? She was okay with that? Why? That's weird.
I wish that I had really listened to her. I really do. But what I did do is I said, hey, I respect that.
Hey,
I
Jen.
respect your integrity. And man, I wish you the best.
That makes sense. Okay, so it was a red flag. Anyways, I was wrong about that. I will correct myself. I was thinking it was a different program. So thanks, Kojo. I appreciate you.
I'm always friends first, business second. And so we'll always, be friends, and I'm not worried about that. And then from a distance, I watched the birth of Faster Way, the growth of Faster Way, and admired her from afar. While in the midst of things, I was telling her this earlier, I wish I had a calendar, because I am pretty confident that what she called would happen to the 10
You have a calendar on your phone. It's not that hard.
10-year mark, it was almost dead on for me and my health. And so my health tanked.
Okay, if you're going to say that, let's get real specific. Don't give me my hormones were imbalanced or unbalanced, however you want to word that. And these vague marketing things that they use. I want to hear specifics. I want to talk about lab results as somebody that used to be a lab tech. I want to see the lab results. I want to see the numbers. I want to know what your blood pressure is. I want to know what your lipid panel looks like. I want to know all of that. If you're going to make these claims, let's be real specific in what we're talking about when we say your health tanked. What does that mean? Get very specific, because otherwise you're just trying to prey on other people that are having challenges with their health and making it seem like this is a blanket one-size-fits-all program, which is how they pitch this, and it's disgusting. And I hate it. So that's why we're here.
I couldn't explain what was going on. The symptoms that I was experiencing were all over the place. I mean, I remember sitting down for a physical because I don't like to go to the doctor, but my husband made me. And when I sat down to talk to him about what was going on, I said, I'm either like dramatically like going through something where it's terminal, or I'm crazy. Like, I'm not sure which one.
What? Ew. If you're going to get on here and talk about your health, I just feel like you should be real specific. What does that even mean? I feel like this is just an emotional manipulation tactic here that we're seeing. I either thought I had something that was terminal. First of all, ew, to people that actually are facing that. That's disgusting. Or I was crazy. Disgusting. Hate it.
And the doctor really couldn't find anything wrong other than the fact that my vitamin D was a little bit low.
Well, most people's vitamin D is low. But what do you mean? He couldn't find anything. Okay, what did he do? Can we run through maybe some of those things? I guarantee you this is somebody that's trying to act like she knows about health and she knows about all of this stuff, but I bet she doesn't have any idea what the tests are that were done by the doctor and why the doctor was doing it. I just know it.
But I had a friend that's more of a natural holistic practitioner, and she was like, hey, listen, she was like,
Oh,
your hormones are wonky. Your body.
How are your hormones wonky? Did they check your hormones? Did they have those specific lab tests done? Did the doctor miss it? I'm not saying doctors are perfect. Don't mistake what I'm saying here, but the doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. You didn't elaborate on what the doctor did to try and find answers, which I think would be kind of significant in the story. And then you went to a naturopath. And they said, oh, your hormones, they're out of whack. Did they just look at you, go, poof, hormones out of whack. Got it, nailed it. On to the next. Here's what you need to do. I just have so many questions. Did they look at your thyroid? I just have so many questions.
Body's not absorbing nutrients. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I just think for right now, you need to like stop your activity, and we need to focus on getting your body nourished. And so in order to do it, like, we just got to stop the stress hormones from producing. And so for about 6 months, that was kind of like my world. And my fitness, my workout is a huge part of my stress management. And so without that, like, I was
time out. I was talking about this with some of the members, and I don't know how long she was working out. I don't know what programs she was following and the level of intensity that those programs were. But depending on what you are training for and how you are training and the intensity that you are training, this is where the conversation about deloads, I think, needs to happen, because it almost sounds like she was going through a 6-month deload in a way from what she's saying here. And a deload is where you're decreasing, specifically around weightlifting, when you are decreasing the volume and you're decreasing the intensity, and you're using it as a tool in order to get the blood pumping so that your body, instead of using the resource to build the muscles from higher intensity and higher volume activities, your body starts to heal the things that it's put on the back burner. So it just makes me wonder how long she had been working out. There is a reason that rest days are incredibly important. The rest is just as important as the working out. Just as important, if not more, in my opinion. So I just wonder if she is somebody that was following working out every single day, which I don't suggest, and if she was going high intensity every single day and running her body into the ground. I just have so many questions. So many questions.
Really, really struggling. Like, it was such a weird place to be. So then I reached out to Amanda. This was January of 2023, and reached out to her because they were doing a faith and fitness round. And I'd kind of noticed that
Faith and fitness? What the hell kind of funnel is that?
she had gotten a little bit of pushback publicly. And I was just really, really proud of her for sticking to her values and understanding that being who she is and what.
Why was she getting pushback? I mean, if you're going to bring that up, I feel like tell the whole story. Why was she getting pushback? Do any of you know? I'm not really sure, but I would love to know.
What she believes in was more important than making a dollar. And I was really, really proud of her and just wanted to be like a
more important than making a dollar, but rolled out an MLM and is trying to use language to present it as if it's not a multi-level marketing company, but you get paid off of recruiting other coaches. But it's not about the money, guys. No, no, no. It's not about the money.
I don't know, like a sturdy source of encouragement for her. And she reached out and she was like, oh my goodness. She's like, I've actually wanted to reach out to you. I'd love for you to take a look at it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd be happy to. Really just thinking that I was going to review the faith and fitness component that you guys were adding in.
Oh, so she wasn't trying to recruit you. She just wanted you to take a peek. Hey, give me some feedback. Hey, can I get you on a call so I can practice my my speech, my presentation? No pressure or anything. I just need the practice. Does that sound familiar? Because I bet that's what happened. Oh, just check this out and let me know what your feedback is. And they watch it. And she's like, oh my God, this sounds so amazing. I have to join right now. Do you know how many people have been roped into multi-level marketing companies by their friends and family members saying, can I practice my presentation on you? Can you watch this and give me feedback? That's what this is. This is a classic recruiting technique.
Before I know it, I'm on a call with 2 of her trainers and I'm like, I am in this. And oh, Amanda knows the former version of me. Amanda has no idea that I'm like in fitness jail and like, I can't even exercise. And Lee and Leanne, gracious. I just thank you so much for the way that they were so patient with me. They answered every question. I know that those of you that are in business, we train each other on how to handle objections. And I think I threw every single one at them that I could. Like, I was literally like, I don't know that I can do this. I don't know that I could track any macros. And
I thought you were just reviewing it. I thought you were just trying to give her feedback, but now all of a sudden you're taking it on like, oh, I can't do this. Like, this over the top emotional reaction that we're seeing is not what I would imagine somebody that is just reviewing something for a friend to give feedback. I feel like it doesn't match. I find that interesting. I'm going to be saying that a lot. And also, yeah, I saw that Ariel and also Mona, as I call it on my channel, are going to be on the TikTok shop. Unbelievable. If you're a distributor in these companies, you probably should absolutely get out. You're now competing with a company. It's crazy.
I have an eating disorder background and I'm this, and I'm giving all of my reasons. And they were like, stop. I will never. Lee Bergen told me, she said, hey, she's like, listen, she said, I don't want you to go in like a tailspin. She's like, so A, don't worry about the workouts. She was like, we can add that back in later. We're nutrition based. And so focus on your nutrition. And then as far as tracking goes, will you please just make sure that you're getting your protein? Like that's all I want you to track. And so day one, I track.
And this is where giving good advice, they weave that into this, because I think that that's solid advice. If you're somebody that comes from, disordered eating habits in the past or a full-on eating disorder, tracking should not be done by you, in my opinion. Absolutely not. And if you're somebody that you get overwhelmed by tracking macros and you don't know where to start, starting with protein, I think, is a great way. Starting with how to build a complete plate and what that looks like based on your goals and what you're trying to do. I think that that is great advice. But then we have the rest of it. And I don't enjoy it.
My protein. And I thought that I was doing okay on protein. I was getting about 30% of what I needed. And what I had to learn about myself is that all of my, not even a level of all of my instincts, but essentially so much of what I had been taught as nutrition was diet culture. So much of what I had been taught was about restriction, and things that I thought were healthy were absolutely not healthy for me. And things that I was doing in the name of health.
And that's Beachbody for you, in my opinion. That right there. I thought these things were healthy. Wait, this is extreme exercise. Wait, I'm doing multiple movements combined into one. Why? Because it increases the risk of injury. And it's something different that these super trainers can put out. That's Beachbody. It's gross. And I hate it.
I was actually hurting myself more than I was helping myself.
Yeah.
And
you probably were hurting a lot of other people in the process just to make a buck. But my new MLM is so different, but faster way to fat loss is so different. As if the name faster way to fat loss isn't disgusting enough. There's no faster way to fat loss. And like I said at the beginning of this, you can't out-science the science. If you're doing something quick, what happens after that thing is done? And you start introducing regular meals, and we all know how this ends.
So I was like, that was just knowledge for me of, I really need to know where I'm at right now,
and that is on working with professionals. That's the importance of working with professionals, whether we are talking about somebody certified to help you with nutrition, whether we're talking about somebody certified to help you with a customized meal plan, like a registered dietitian, whether you are, working with a certified personal trainer that knows what they're doing and can create and will create a custom program based off of your abilities, your health, your history of injuries, if there are any, and what you want to do and what you have access to. Work with professionals. If you need a trainer, I'd love to work with you. Message me through my website, erinbees.com. I would love to chat with you.
Because wherever I thought I was, I'm not there. And so I'm going to track my nutrition. And within 3 to 4 days, I started sleeping.
I'm sorry, 3 to 4 days? Girl. I don't think that's how that works.
Which I had not done. I had been struggling with major insomnia. My energy started coming back. And within 6 weeks, I felt like a different person. I didn't even just feel like the old me. I felt stronger than the old me.
Okay, so let's back this up. Let's rewind this. So she said she was getting about 30% of the necessary protein. I'm assuming that's based on her goals. Do we know what her goals are? No. Do we know how she was working out? No. However, if you're only getting 30% of your protein goals and we're talking about macros, that tells me that she was significantly under eating. What were those calories filled with? When I mean like protein, fat, carbs. If she was under eating when it comes to protein, I just have so many questions. So if she This is just my opinion. This is just my theory. Obviously, I don't have any of the details of this in front of me because she's not sharing that. But if if she was under eating and she was doing that for a significant amount of time, and she was doing workouts that were extremely intense and not allowing rest, that's an appetite for disaster. That's a recipe for injuries. Yeah. Wild. So she started to eat more. She started to focus on her protein. And then it sounds to me like her body started to recover. So,
and I was stronger physically. I was stronger up here in knowing, like having more tools in my toolbox of actually knowing what was healthy.
But you were coaching people for 17 years when your health was the way that it was. Again, this is why you work with professionals.
And I have had more freedom in terms of food than I ever have. I eat more than I ever have. I treat myself more than I ever have because that's okay.
If you have to tell me that you treat yourself rather than just incorporating foods that you love in your everyday, if you are somebody that tracks, that tells me everything that I need to know. And I feel like we're tap dancing on a person that has not healed completely from disordered eating habits. That is my opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact. But if you are thinking that you have to have a cheat meal, if you are thinking, oh, it's okay, I can treat myself, food doesn't have moral value. You don't need to earn food. If there are things that you want and you're following the advice of your doctor, for example, if you have diabetes, obviously you're going to monitor your glucose and pay attention to that, whether we're talking about type 1 or type 2, you're going to monitor that. That's important, and follow the advice from your doctor. However, if you're somebody that doesn't have challenges with blood sugar and such, you can have everything in moderation. You can incorporate foods that you love without having fear of those foods in your everyday. You want to have a couple Oreos, have a couple Oreos. But that's not a treat. It's just something that you would like to have. So that mentality around food, in my opinion, tells me a lot about how she sees food. I can treat myself. You don't have to, though. You can just incorporate that if you're somebody that's tracking and move on with your day.
Restriction and all of those things that we were taught were good for us, that we were taught to have these boundaries and these discipline and attaching morality to food and all of that. Like, that's a big, hard pass.
Agreed.
Big, hard pass.
But I feel like she still has some of those habits in the way that she's communicating this.
And so, Amanda, do you have can we pull up my transformation photos?
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we're going right into before and after pictures. Okay. So it sounds to me like her body was, I'm going to say, shutting down from possibly lack of food, lack of sleep, lack of recovery. Horrifically dangerous. So now we're going to show, or she's going to show before and after pictures where she is resting better because she's eating more and she is allowing her body to actually rest and heal. So just prepare yourself for this, because I know this can be very triggering for people, which is why I gave my content warning at the beginning of this.
Okay, let's
share my screen. And again,
Oh
you guys are going to see my design skills.
Your design skills are amazing. Okay, so I put both of these.
Her design skills are not indeed amazing. And I'm not even a design expert by any means, although I'm learning a lot from DC, which is really exciting.
In here because I want you to see the difference. So this is,
what are these pictures? Are these supposed to be before and after pictures? Different angles, different lighting, different poses. What are we comparing here? The highlights in her hair on the right? The color of her? What is happening? What is this?
about the picture of me and my son. By the way, could we talk about how much he's grown in this photo? Because that's rude. That's mean. But you can see the difference. And we'll have to, if you want to see this picture closer up, then you can DM me and I will send it to you on Instagram, because the biggest difference for me is if you can get away from the shadows and you can see my face, you can see it in my face in the photo on the left of how.
What do you mean? These are terrible pictures to compare.
Uncomfortable I feel, how lifeless I feel, and then just.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. What do you mean you feel lifeless? You're on a paddleboard with your kid. I feel lifeless. What do you mean? This is so weird. This is so weird.
The difference in my face matters more to me than the difference in my body. But there is a definite real difference in my body and in my strength. And far more than what I have lost, I have focused on what I can gain. I have now almost tripled in the weights that I can push in the gym.
Well, yeah, of course. Especially if you're, if you're working on periodization, which is increasing the weight that you're pushing and increasing the volume. Of course, you're going to get stronger, but also if you're fueling your body properly, you're going to have the energy to get stronger in the gym. You can do all of this with working with actual professionals that are not in an MLM scheme, trying to act like it's not an MLM scheme.
I just texted Amanda 2-3 days ago. I'm in hurricane relief mode, you guys. So I don't know how many days ago it was.
Fair.
But I told her, I was like, hey, I have thought this so many times since.
She actually has me kind of like upset that I'm shaking my leg. Can y'all see that? I don't like this. I don't like how they're taking information that is logical and evidence-based. If you're eating properly, if you're getting enough protein and you're fueling your workouts with some carbs prior to working out, and you're, working through periodization of your workout, if you will. I know I worded that kind of funny. Yeah, you're going to get stronger, but you don't need to do any of that through an MLM. You can do that by working with a personal trainer, such as myself, or you can do that with working with a registered dietitian, somebody that is qualified to help you with how to build a complete plate and why you're combining specific foods and what it's going to do for your body.
All this hurricane stuff happened, and I need you to know that I am physically capable of doing.
I feel like I have to read this. I feel like I need to do a dramatic reading of this comment. Oh, man. Local woman discovers meeting her caloric needs improves her health. More at 11.
The work that we have been doing because of my training with Faster Way. This is not about aesthetics. This is about being able to be equipped for any assignment that God would throw our way. And I did not expect hurricane relief to be an assignment that he would throw at me, but I have cut down trees and I have pulled limbs into piles and I have carried cases upon case of water bottles, average 20,000 steps a day. I have done these things and I have been able to do.
Her Wi-Fi comes in and out, but it doesn't last very long. So it's not your connection. It's not my connection. It's hers.
Because of the training that I got Faster Way. Please remember why you train. You train because you never know when you are going to go through a physical challenge and you need to be able to rise to it. And there is a way that you can do it that is simple, that is sustainable, that gives you a plan that you can follow, that doesn't feel over.
First of all, that's not why everybody trains. And you would know that if you were any kind of a fitness professional. Many people train for very different reasons. Some people, they like to move their body to their best ability, what they're able to do, because they like it. Some people do it because they're trying to control or manage chronic pain. Some people do it because they want to build muscle. Some people are doing it because they are wanting to improve their bone density. Some people are doing it because they have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Some people are doing it because they want to lose weight. Not everybody trains to be able to react like you're a first responder, which is, I feel like, what she's trying to say here, which, by the way, shout out to all the first responders. I see y'all. Lushy says, I train so I can lift your mom. Yes, right. And you are. Kojo, you indeed are. Everybody trains for different reasons. And I know that when we are using blanket language talking about fitness and we are trying to make it a cookie cutter, one size fits all kind of thing, dangerous things happen. People get hurt. They develop horrendous relationships with food. They don't trust themselves. They develop a fear of foods. They develop a fear of working out because they get injured. Really bad things can happen.
Overwhelming that fits into your life and will make you ready for worst case scenario, but to be able to do it while being at your best. And so that's the gift that Faster Way has given to me, just on the physical front. And
oh my God, Danielle, thank you so much. We have some new members. Welcome, you guys. Thank you, Danielle. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And welcome to the new members. Make sure that you check it used to be the community tab on YouTube, but check the post tab. I like community better, but check the post tab. There's a link if you were gifted a membership or you want to become a member. You can click the button join and check out the Discord. And thanks again.
I am forever grateful to you and your team for what you have created.
I love
Yeah. And Michelle, I remember that first 6 weeks and you sending me voice notes and sending me DMs about how physically your life was transforming. You were sleeping better. You were more regular. Yes. Your energy was through the roof. And a lot of it comes down to eating more of the right foods. And
yes.
And I'm glad that we dove in just a little bit to kind of the programming component. And let me just kind of give you guys from Body a little bit more context, and then we'll start talking about the business model. At Faster Way, it's almost like
the business model, you say? That's interesting.
Like opposite day. When I was training clients in the gym 15 years ago, 12 years ago, and telling them, okay, we have to exercise more and eat less, kind of that bigger loser mentality in order to lose weight. And then I'm looking at Susan and she is not, in fact, losing weight or burning fat in a sustainable way. And so I'm like,
who were you certified through that you were coaching people that way? 15 years ago. Okay. We learn more as we go, of course. But who were you certified through? What's her name? Amanda. Who certified you as a personal trainer? Because if you're working in a gym, you were certified by somebody, some organization.
Pulling my hair out, what's going on? Why isn't this working for a woman in her late 30s or mid 40s or early 50s? And so I'm hitting the books, I'm researching strategies like carb cycling, macro tracking, pairing a strategic food cycle with effective 30-minute workouts, scaling back on HIIT, looking at the research, and then slowly implementing in the days of 21 Day Fix, kind of the opposite, mentality or opposite strategies. And again, I'm a huge fan of Beachbody. I've been someone who respects, Beachbody coaches, trainers, the company for many, many years.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. And I mean this disrespectfully with my entire chest. You mean to tell me that you, as somebody that claims to be a certified or at one point a certified personal trainer, you got on here on Beyonce's internet in 2025 and said that you respect the super trainers at Beachbody?
Oh my God.
Because absolutely not. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. And I mean that so disrespectfully.
But I do remember telling you a decade ago that I was going to create a program that solved the problems that many of the diet programs on the market at the time were unfortunately perpetuating for my ideal client. I said,
I can't imagine how registered dietitians feel listening to this. I mean, I do, because I've talked to Brianna Jewell about it. I think the angle that we're going to come from on the video is I'm diving into the comp plan and the personal training or the fitness, the exercises, and she's going to hit it with the registered dietitian part. So I'm very excited about that. Life has just been lifing. So that's coming eventually. We're working on it. But yeah, this is wild.
I'm going to create a program that solves those problems. And so for us at Faster Way, it's about eating more of the right foods, specifically protein, eating enough protein, hitting those protein macro minimums, and then strength training to build muscle. That is correlated with longevity.
Well, of course it is. She acts like she's created something so profound. I guarantee you she has made this super complicated. I guarantee it.
It's directly correlated with health, vitality, energy, longevity, the ability to fulfill our own spiritual goals. So
Also, if you need a video editor, make sure you hit up Ava. She's amazing.
for us, it's eating more, and then it's exercising almost the minimum amount required. We are a little bit more personal training than Group X. We do believe, based on research, that more than 45 minutes of HIIT can have a law of diminishing return per week. So we do.
I'm not a fan of HIIT. If you're on a time crunch, high intensity interval training can be great for you if your joints can handle it. However, I think that there are better ways to accomplish your goals than with HIIT. That's just my personal opinion as a trainer.
Only 2 days of HIIT per week. We do a lot of strength training, a lot of strength training. We are constantly picking up heavy things, heavy weights, heavy dumbbells, heavy barbells. And
I don't remember if they go into any of the like fitness routines, but I want to see them. I want to see the splits. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what order they're doing them in. I'm just trying to see something, and I can't remember if they cover that on this. I just want to know.
And so for us, that's really, really key. In my opinion, every single person on this call, we have an amazing group on this call, should join the program as part of the research, as part of kind of the exploratory process. I understand you just lost your job. Okay, so I have some scholars.
They didn't lose their job though, because Body was still operating. Body is still to this day operating at the time of this live stream. Will that change in the future? I don't know. It's still operating. You just can't make money off of recruiting people to do the same thing. So weird.
Scholarships available. We do have some specific to Body codes that we can extend. You are welcome to reach out to certain people like Michelle or others who invited you to this call for that code, and I'll make that available to people. But we want to be compassionate. We want to be.
Wait, I have to back that up. I know I didn't just hear what I thought I heard. Hold on. I need to back that up. I apologize.
A lot of strength training. We are constantly picking up heavy things, heavy weights, heavy dumbbells, heavy barbells. And so for us, that's really, really key. In my opinion, every single person on this call, we have an amazing group on this call, should join the program as part of the research, as part of kind of the exploratory process. I understand you just lost your job. Okay.
What? As part of the exploratory process, you should join Faster Way to Fat Loss. That's what she just said. She's like, I understand many of you have lost your job, but many of you should join. Oh, you're not making money off your team anymore? You should join for science, for research purposes. Oh my God.
Okay, so I have some scholarships available. We do have some specific to Body codes that we can extend. You are welcome to reach out to certain people like Michelle or others who invited you to this call for that code, and I'll make that available to people. But we want to be compassionate. We want to be understanding. We do have scholarships. We have some discount codes. Joining that 6-week round, we have one starting on Monday, is going to be very eye-opening in regard to what we do differently, what is unique about the Faster Way programming. And then, essentially, I started the Faster Way as a little beta program in 2016. By 2017, we were seeing that, man, it was the best program in the market. I mean, we had thousands and thousands of clients going through, having phenomenal results. So I built a certification around the program, which is approved for continuing ed and accredited with the biggest organizations in the fitness industry, who at the time were already asking me to write certifications for them. And instead of writing a certification for NCCPT or NASM or...
This is where it gets a little muddy. So she's claiming that this, for Beachbody coaches coming into faster way to fat loss as coaches, or whatever the term is for the distributors that they're talking about, that they can use the program as continuing education through NASM. Now, I don't want to offend anybody because I am not certified through NASM, but I have noticed that NASM is more willing to work with some of these MLM companies than other agencies, or agencies is the word I want to use here. And I think that says a lot. I think that that's gross. I think that you should stand on business. If you're a company that is proud of the education and the certifications that these people are paying for, you should not be allowed to participate in any way, shape, or form in a multi-level marketing company. You should not be allowed to sell supplements. You should not be allowed to be a part of something like this that's called the faster way to fat loss and be a certified personal trainer. It gets a little muddy here. There will be more coming out on this. Just wait for it. This is like a first look.
AFA, I said, no, I'm going to write my own, make it the best in regard to nutrition content, fitness content. And then by early 2018, I said, okay, let's create a model where my agency clients at the time can run the faster way to fat loss with their own book of clients as really an affiliate. But when I was crafting the model, I decided to speak with MLM attorneys. So
did y'all hear that? Now, let me ask y'all a question. If it weren't an MLM, why would she need to consult MLM attorneys? She just said that she spoke with MLM attorneys when structuring the model. Again, if it's not an MLM, why are you consulting with MLM lawyers? That's like saying, I swear I'm not running a pyramid scheme, but I consulted with pyramid scheme experts to make sure I was structuring it correctly. If this wasn't already screaming MLM, that part just kicked it into high gear. Oh my God. She's designing this business, or designed this business, using MLM legal loopholes, I feel like. Oh my God. MLM attorneys. That's embarrassing.
network marketing attorneys, franchise attorneys, affiliate attorneys, and then really kind of take the best of all three worlds. So I took the best of—
This is not a franchise. This is so weird.
network marketing. I took the best of franchise and the best of affiliate. Technically and legally, we are an enhanced one-tier affiliate model. We do have scalable revenue opportunities, recurring revenue opportunities, and passive revenue opportunities with a team, which most people don't realize.
Hey, Amanda, what you really should do is just go to the FTC and look up the definition of what an MLM is, which is an opportunity, if you will, where you are making money off of selling a product and recruiting people. That's what this is. Whether it's one tier or not, you're recruiting other coaches to coach. So
let me go ahead and share my screen again. I am going to dive into some of the details. Michelle, Jody, Etta, Karen, using the chat feature, continue to use that chat feature and ask questions now as we dive into this component of the presentation. And you guys will have to give me a little thumbs up, Michelle, if you can see. Can you see my screen?
We got you.
Okay, I'm going to hit play.
What is this? Trusted by 469,509 clients. By the way, I hate this logo. I hate it. And I'm not even an expert in that department, but I hate it. Local and national recognition by Inc. 500. Millions donated to fight cancer. Oh, really? Shouldn't that be a number? What number did you donate to fight cancer, and when? What years? How long has it? I need specifics here. Over 5,032 certified coaches. And I say this anytime this comes up, certified to do what? And certified by whom? I feel like I need that on a t-shirt. Certified in what? And certified by whom? What are you talking about?
Let me just kind of give a brief overview as well. And Etta, if you two can be watching the comments for questions, I'll be glancing at my phone every once in a while here. The Faster Way to Fat Loss was started as a beta program or a test program in 2016 with only 11 clients. 2017 was when the certification was created. 2018 is when the current model was created. We have now worked with nearly 500,000 clients, so nearly 500,000 clients. We are on a mission to 1 million by December.
What's the retention rate? If you've worked with almost 500,000 clients, what's the retention rate? How many of them are still active? How many of them decide to, I can't remember exactly how it works. From my research, I do believe that you buy in at this 6-week program and then you're influenced to join as a VIP. There are supplements also, things like BCAAs and electrolytes. Y'all already know how I feel about that. And then there's a monthly fee. And I believe it's $99 a month. I could be wrong because it has been a while since I've looked at that, and that's not my focus for this video, but that's essentially, if I remember correctly, how this works.
Of 2028, but really, I think we're going to accelerate that. I think it's going to be multi-millions by December 2028. Right now, in the industry in particular, we're seeing the tide going out, and you get to observe who is still standing and who's swimming naked. And thankfully, Faster Way has had a tremendous year of growth. I'll get a little bit more into that. We've been named Tampa Bay's fastest growing company. We were the fastest growing nutrition plus fitness company in America in 2020. I'm happy to share this publicly. In 2017, when we started the cert, we did, just 1 or 2 mil in revenue.
Started the cert. I love this like casual language, 1 or 2 mil, when we started the cert, no big deal.
It was still kind of, getting started, little baby business. 2018, we did 12 mil. 2019, we did 34 mil. And then by 2020, guess what? We were poised and ready to go for the pandemic. We had already started the at-home fitness component.
Poised and ready to go for the pandemic. That is disgusting. That wording is so gross. Hey, we're in a pandemic, we're facing the panini, so let's take advantage of people and charge them a lot of money, when at that time, many people weren't sure how they were going to afford groceries and how they were going to keep the lights on. But, go off about at-home fitness in this scheme that I believe to be a multi-level marketing company. Okay.
Our coaches were rocking and rolling, so we have doubled, tripled, continued to grow very, very well since then. And this year in particular, we will grow over 25%.
Yeah. And why is that? Because all the Beachbody coaches coming over? Okay.
Which is extremely healthy for a company of our size, and all metrics are pointing toward explosive growth in 2025. We're hoping for 50% growth in 2025. We recently launched products. We're calling this year 0. We had a really fantastic electrolyte hydration product launch over the summer.
Just choose every font on the planet. Go ahead. You have lost the plot. Just throw all the colors in there. Just copy and paste some pictures on there and, just throw it on there. It's good enough. It's fine. Just, don't worry about drop shadows on the picture of the app. Nothing. No, just throw it on there. White background.
It was our record product launch. It is the best electrolyte hydration product on the market.
In what way? Electrolytes are electrolytes. What do you mean? Guys, it's the best product on the market, hands down. Oh, really? According to whom? You? The CEO and creator of the company? Of course you're going to say that.
similar to an LMNT type product, but ours has Celtic sea salt in addition to a better level of potassium. I partnered with a really wonderful entrepreneur, Jordan Rubin, who founded Garden of Life Supplements to create this hydration electrolyte product. He is the best in the marketplace when it comes to ingredients. We have a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We have some probiotics in that particular.
Oh, please tell me about the scientific evidence that shows that apple cider vinegar does anything. By the way, have y'all seen my apple cider vinegar video? Did you guys watch it? My little deep dive, because I thought it would be longer than that. But I packed so much information in that less than 12-minute video. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest it. Obviously, I'm biased because it's my video. But yeah, you guys should check it out. And let me know what you thought of that video in the comments. And if you haven't watched it, you should watch it after this because it's a quick watch.
Product. Just really excited about that. We have creatine. We have BCAAs, which Michelle loves. And by the way, they're coming back. I'm mailing you some. They're coming back.
You don't need BCAAs. You don't need to supplement BCAAs. Unless you're just looking to flavor your water. It's really, you don't need them.
Month in like a week. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We have collagen, really anything that will help our clients toward muscle gain, toward energy. Okay. We're very specific about this. We're not looking for 1,000 different products. We're not going to launch into beauty right now. We're not this or that. We are very focused. We are what I often call undistractable. And I share this.
BCAAs are branched chain amino acids
with my team all the time. Is we are going to focus on core business and only launch new products that really align with that core.
So you're saying that these products that show no evidence scientifically to do much of anything align with your core values? Got it. Got it.
Our app has gone through some exciting enhancements this year, but our biggest lifts on the roadmap are coming January, February, March. We are integrating AI for food tracking. You'll be able to take a photo of your food and it will track your macros for you, which is kind of nice because we're all taking the pictures anyway. We do human plus tech, but we're always looking around the corner at how to leverage different tools like AI. I was chatting with one of our new Faster Way coaches. We were joking last week about holograms. I am like into holograms right now. I just announced on the Monday workout, I'm like, I'm going to mail a hologram machine to every top coach. And next year in Q2, we're going to do a massive leg day workout all over the world where we will get a Guinness Book of World Record for most squats in the world at the same time, most arms are but anyway, so I'm always kind of trying to skate to where the puck is going, not to where it's been. Wayne Gretzky. Okay, the future belongs to those who see it coming. So,
are you going to throw in other Pinterest quotes too? God, this is so predictable.
So not only do we have growth this year, but we are anticipating even bigger growth next year. Just had our biggest leg day event.
Right.
Over the summer, 750 people signed up for our Nashville leg day event in August. We just this past weekend had our biggest international, first ever and biggest international leg day event in Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico. And so very, very excited to be expanding in the Spanish speaking markets as well. We're looking at some other international expansion efforts too. But what I want to dive into is now the client journey, the business model. And then
okay, so remember I was telling you the 6-week program is what new clients start with. Then they are automatically signed up for a VIP membership. And I believe the monthly membership is $99 a month where they have access to the app. And then there's the ambassador and then certified coach. And I believe the certified coach is $3,000 to $5,000.
I want to answer your questions. I see that you guys are already commenting, so I'll go ahead and answer those. And then Michelle, I'm going to kind of turn it back on you and you share.
If you have a website or any kind of graphic design, Avery Joe is your person. Avery Joe, if you want to put your website down here.
Or what you love about the model and kind of how it's solving some problems for you in particular. So if
Yes.
you become, so let me start all the way from the beginning, because we mentioned the
God, here we
program. So
go.
if you want involvement with the Faster Way, you can start also as a new client, which is how many people start. They go through a 6-week orientation program. The program itself is $250. We have positioned as better or best in the marketplace with our pricing strategy. Okay. We've done that since day one. We're just a little bit higher than the competition, which for me is important because we want to be the Nordstrom of fitness and not the Walmart. We want to be the Four Seasons of fitness and not you fill in the blank. Okay. The Motel 8. The new client program is heavy on nutrition information. It's almost like a course. You learn the foundations of intermittent fasting. Should you do the 12-12? Should you do the 16-8 protocol? Should you do
Oh, wow. Shocker. They're doing intermittent fasting and manipulating the caloric intake of people. Wow. So profound.
it at all? You learn the foundations of carb cycling. You learn the foundations of macro tracking and whole food nutrition. And then you're going through workouts. We have 365 new workouts a year.
Are you expecting people to work out every day? I can't remember, but if they're telling people to work out every day and they're doing like 30-minute workouts, I'm going to scream. I maybe not on, not here because the mic in your ears. If they're doing daily 30-minute workouts, I'm going to throw something. I feel like that's coming.
You're joining the community in the workouts. After you go through that 6-week program as a client, you then join our VIP membership. 80% of our clients who go through the 6-week, that new client orientation program, move into the VIP membership.
Well, that's not a flex because they're signed up automatically according to your website. 80% join. Yeah, because they're automatically signed up, Amanda.
I just looked at the data from our Sunday auto bill from new client to VIP. We auto billed like.
Case in point, we auto bill. Yeah. When you sign up for the 6-week program, you're automatically enrolled in the VIP membership. And then she's like, 80% of people become VIP members because you auto enroll them, but you're going to flex on 80%? What?
2,600 clients. It was like 82%. Okay. Because the gross majority of clients are having such a wonderful experience. A new client, 82% move into VIP. You're not going to see that anywhere else.
No. This is so deceptive. You know why? Because everywhere else, you're not going to automatically be signed up for a $99 a month membership. I bet they make it difficult to cancel too. I just have this feeling.
Nowhere else. Okay, so 82%. Our current lifetime value for clients is north of $1,200. I just spoke at a conference last week and I said it out loud, and then the conference organizer goes, "What?" He goes, "Repeat that." I'm like, $1,200. He's like, "Can you say it one more time?" I'm like, no. Now it's getting obnoxious, but they're north of
I hate to tell you this, Amanda, but it's been obnoxious.
$1,200 for our lifetime value, which is really important to note. If you have a great experience in the Faster Way, you can become an affiliate in one of two ways. Simply become an ambassador, which is your more traditional affiliate model. You share the Faster Way, you get a $50 code. Many of our certified coaches, they have quite a few ambassadors who are promoting their own rounds. And so, their ambassador gets a cut of the initial 6-week new client program. The ambassador is happy. They don't want to be coaching clients. So, for them, it's great. But what many people decide to do, and why you guys are on this call, is invest in the certification, okay, and become a certified coach. So when you become a certified coach, I'm going to share the model, and then maybe in a little bit, we'll watch that video. We have a really nice video that explains it too.
Really nice
This
video.
is the Certified Coach Commission.
I'm going to pause this because I know she's probably going to skip over this really quickly. Okay. let's break this down. Certified coach commission structure. Notice the parentheses, $5,000 certification. So new clients, you make 50% commission with a micro commitment. Percentage of product as stated, the price varies. This is the weirdest graphic. Certified coach, the parent coach gets $1,000 bonus. So if you recruit another coach, you get $1,000 bonus, but you're only making 50% commission on new clients. You're only making, it says $124.50, but you're getting $1,000 bonus for recruiting other coaches. Interesting. So, and then on the far right, premier coach status. This is where you pay the $3,000 to $5,000, because I think there's like platinum or gold and then platinum, if I remember correctly. When a coach sponsors 5 new coaches on their team, they are now a premier coach. When you recruit 5 people that are also, when you recruit 5 people, you're now considered a premier coach. You earn 75% commission on new client rounds, which is their 6-week program that they try to get new clients into. And you also make 10% of team NC sales. New customer sales, I would assume, is what that stands for. So now you're earning a commission for signing up coaches, and you're also earning a downline check on those coaches' sales. Oh, but it's not an MLM, guys. No. But she consulted MLM lawyers. It's not an MLM though, right?
Structure. When you become a certified coach, which by the way, you go through again.
I believe I paid $800 for my certification through ACE. And also this part. What certifies you to certify other people? That's such a good question, Avery Joe. I hate it. Creatine is so easy. You could get creatine from anywhere. A store. I like bulk supplements. Don't have an affiliate code. Won't sell supplements. You won't see me doing it because I can't do it as an ACE fitness trainer. Can't do it. But creatine you can get from anywhere. You don't need to get it from these MLM companies. Just, this is so wild.
Our approved for CEU's accredited certification. We do have scholarships. I just want to keep saying that specifically for body coaches. We have scholarships right now. After you go through the certification itself, and now you're a legit fitness and nutrition certified professional, you will get 50% commission when you bring a client through the 6-week orientation program. Okay. It's a $250 program. As I've mentioned, 50% commission is $124.50. We also have something called micro commitments, which I'll share a little bit more about, which are only $20. We do them once per quarter to give you more of an opportunity to bring in prospects who are not quite ready for the 6-week, but yet they want to try the program. So we do 5-day micro commitments, $20. You get 50% commission on that.
And what exactly are you going to notice in 5 days? Oh my God.
27% of those participants will then convert into the 6-week, 80% of them then move into VIP. The micro commitments are highly, highly effective for our coaches. It's one of the most important things that we do in regard to coming alongside coaches to empower them to generate highly qualified leads and ultimately conversions into the membership.
Yeah, because you're auto-enrolling them. Oh my God.
If you are a certified coach and one of your clients decides to also become certified, you receive a $1,000 bonus check. Okay. If one of your clients says, oh, I love this, I'm going to become certified, you receive a $1,000 bonus check. Once your 6-week clients transition into the VIP membership, once 80.
Yes, Becca. Thank you. You're probably wording this way more clear than I am. Becca says she is implying that there's a governing body like ACE certifying them. It's not. These certificates are just continuing education credits for anyone who is certified through, say, ACE or NASM or ISSA. They're continuing education credits. You're not becoming certified in order to train people. It's so deceptive how she is wording this, and I absolutely hate it so much. One can drop pounds of water weight in 5 days, Aaron.
2% of them transition into the VIP membership. You receive 50% commission
Thanks,
on
Becca.
VIP. VIP is $79, so you receive $39.50. This is a very big component of our top coach revenue. Many of them have so many clients who they've coached with excellence who stay in the VIP membership anywhere from 6 months to eternity. Okay, so they're earning quite
Oh, really? To eternity. And how do you measure that if it's eternity? What? What is happening? I don't think that's how that works.
Wrong.
a bit of money on this recurring membership revenue. So
Night,
we have the
Kristen.
scalable revenue opportunity with the new client 6-week program. We have the recurring revenue opportunity with the membership. We also have 25% commission given to you for wellness products. We come alongside our coaches with excellence and nurture, ultimately convert on their behalf when it comes to these wellness products. Yes, you can post your link. Yes, you can have, people seeing about it on social media, but we do marketing extremely well at the Faster Way headquarters. And so a lot of
I'd love to see that. I bet DC would love to see that with her marketing background. Tell us again how you do exceptional marketing from headquarters. I would love to know what that actually means. So are you sending emails to these people's clients? You're posing this like these are these people's clients, but you're actually marketing to them? I just have so many questions. Avery Joe wants to see it as well. Yeah. Oh my God.
times my top coaches will be like, I just love this free money I'm making, with these wellness products. It's free money. I'm like, well, it's not free, somebody, but 25% commission is fantastic for those wellness products. And again, best in the marketplace. It's Hydro Beef, protein, it's creatine, it's BCAAs, it's the best tasting collagen you've ever had in your life.
Oh my
It's
God.
the hydration electrolyte product. Then here's a really important component and one that I want you guys to zero in on, and we might spend a good bit of time here. We have a premier coach component.
Of course, she's going to spend a good majority of her time talking about the benefits of recruiting other coaches so that you can earn that downline check. Of course, this is going to be where she wants to spend the majority of her time. Come on.
And can you guys see this, or is my Zoom kind of in the way? Can you see it, Michelle?
I can see it at the bottom.
Okay, you can see it. So Premier Coach status. Premier Coach status is an extremely important component of our model, and business builders who come in, they understand the assignment. Okay, we've had people come in 5 years ago, 3 years ago. They see this Premier Coach and they understand the assignment because they love passive revenue. Not only that, they love mentorship. They love team. Premier Coach status is when 5 of your clients decide to become certified, is when you bring 5 people to the table who go through the certification. Now you are a Premier Coach, and this is crazy. It's almost as if I'm running a charity.
Except you're not, because in my opinion, you're scamming people to make them think that they're a certified coach and can help people track their nutrition, their macros, run them through carb cycling, run them through workouts, and they're actually not qualified to do any of that. I just feel like I'm giving it a charity. The arrogance of this woman saying that. Amanda, you are embarrassing.
Premier Coach gives you 75% commission now on your new clients. So when you bring in a new client to the 6-week, but also 10% revenue on your child affiliate sales. So when you—
Did you say child affiliate sales? Is that what she just said?
Your client becomes a coach and you have 5 people on your team, you now earn 10% commission on the coach sales.
Downline sales. Yeah, 10%.
Okay, so we will dive into this I have coaches.
Oh, but guys, it's not an MLM. No, you can make money just off of signing up clients. Oh, but she's going to spend a good majority of her time talking about becoming a premier coach in this company, which is when a coach sponsors 5 new coaches. So you get the most payout by recruiting other coaches.
Who came in 5 years ago, understood the assignment, got 5 killers on their team, and they've just been loving life, traveling in Europe, collecting money. We don't have any sort of quotas per month. So in, Beachbody, I remember I had Success Club and certain things. I remember I was like pushing to certain, I think maybe that first year. So I was like diamond within 4 days because they had to wait for the pay period. But then I think I was pushing toward, was it called Premier? Like that first year, within that first year.
The 5-star bonus.
Yeah. Okay. So with us, we don't have any quotas, which is really, really nice for our coaches. I think it's something that they appreciate about our model. So I did want to share that. And now I'm going to stop my share so that I can look at questions. And we still have an amazing, amazing group on this call. Oh, thanks, Christine. So generous. Team with a purpose for everyone. Yeah. So Edda. Yep. Let's see. Lisa, sign up.
I'm so glad I did this video tonight with you guys. I feel like this is a perfect first look video.
To do my first round. Yay. Absolutely.
Yay.
So Lisa, if you get in touch with our team, we will absolutely, I don't know if Edda, you can share your email right here in the chat feature. We can share with you scholarship possibilities, no question. Jess, so is it 5,000? We do have a $5,000 certification, which is, let me just really quick share. It's our level 1 fitness and nutrition certification. It's our advanced macro certification. So we're giving you kind of a bundle. So it's a level 1 fitness and nutrition certification, which is what you need on the base level to become a certified coach with Faster Way. It's the advanced macro certification. It's the group X certification. And it's the, I believe, hormone specialist certification. So we're kind of bundling.
I'm sorry. A hormone specialist certification. Don't worry, guys. You don't need to go to medical school to become an endocrinologist. You can just spend, $3,000 and get certified through Faster Way to Fat Loss to become a hormone specialist and get a hormone specialist certification. That sounds legit. Oh my God.
And all together, if you do the lower tier, which is a lower price, it's $2,997, I believe. And my team hates when I get into details like this because I might speak, but that is simply the level 1 fitness and nutrition certification. And I think also comes with our marketing and sales masterclass, which is like you got tens of thousands of dollars worth of content. Like just, really, really incredible.
One moment. Hey, babe.
I'm trying to figure out if the lighting is messing with me or if I'm going to get an aura headache.
Oh, I'm still live.
I'm just telling you real quick that Claire might come to my party.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah. She's like the same person.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you after I'm done because I want to hear everything. I want to hear what y'all did. Mia was hanging out with a friend that she hasn't hung out with since what, middle school?
Like 6th or 7th grade.
6th or 7th grade. Yeah. So I was like, I want to hear everything.
Yeah. She was like, just send me the info. She was like, I probably can make it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that'd be fun if she doesn't have practice.
Well, she said she's not doing like anything else for the rest of the week.
Oh, okay.
So I think she just had practice.
Fun.
But she does work, so she works at a Jamba Juice.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make dinner here when I'm done.
I'm in the shower.
All right. Have a good shower.
It was gross. It was hot in that. I went to get boba. It was
Oh,
hot.
fun. All right. I'll talk to you in a bit, sis. Okay. Mom moments.
So we do have that lesser price option in addition to scholarships for select Beachbody coaches. Okay.
For select Beachbody coaches. I feel like that's code for if you have a large enough team in Beachbody, then yeah, we'll scholarship you in because we know you're going to bring a significant amount of people with you. So, yeah, of course, scholarships are available. Don't worry about it. Oh, but they're not for everybody because not everybody has a large team. Oh, how big was your team in Beachbody? Oh, I didn't really have anybody. Oh, yeah. We're really, the scholarships are really for people that are, going to bring a lot of people over. Just say that, Amanda. My God.
Elisa says, is this, and I hope I'm saying your name right, Elisa, certification only?
Did you guys see DC's live stream from earlier today? Did y'all see it? Where she was talking about Kayla, who used to be in Prove It and is now in Amare, and the post where she was saying bridge contracts are available. If you haven't seen DC's live stream, I know it was a long one, but you should watch it because I was like, what? I've never seen that. Never seen that. Yep. Check it out.
Good to use through Faster Way. It is approved for CEU. So if you are, say, a NASM trainer, which many of you may be, and you want to maintain your certification, you can use our certification for the CEUs, for the continuing ed credits, which is really nice. So it can, and ISSA. Christine and I had a little conversation I still need to look into about AFA, but we can be used for CEUs towards those other ones as well.
Yeah. I hate it.
Why don't you, Michelle, just talk?
Wasn't it great? It was a great live. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to DC's channel as well.
A little bit about what you love. Oh, interesting. Would combine with NASM, which makes sense because they're accredited by the same governing org. So that actually does make sense. So Michelle, speak with us a little bit about why you love the Faster Way model and kind of what it is about Faster Way that really jazzes you up.
Yes. Okay. This makes me really, really excited. So first of all, if you sat there and listened to her and you had to stop yourself because you were like, wait, did she just say what? Because her model is the most generous compensation plan that is out there at baseline. If
compensation plan, wait a second. I thought this wasn't an MLM. Hold on. We're getting paid on a downline. We're talking about a compensation plan. That's weird, guys. I thought this wasn't an MLM. Wait, it is. Weird.
You just say, hey, listen, the team part was never.
I would much rather go through and continue to work on, I should say, my fitness nutrition specialist through ACE. That's going to give me the CEUs. Also, we have a visitor. Somebody's awake from her slumber, if you will. Hello, little girl. Oh, are you getting the rubber band? Hello, little lady. Oh, man. Guys, earlier today, before the live stream, I was a little sleepy today. It's a rest day. I'm typically sleepy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm typically a little sleepier on rest days because my body is resting and healing. Anyways, I'm laying in bed. I'm in sweats. I have a hoodie on. I'm so comfortable. And she was laying right here. And my bed was kind of propped up a little bit with pillows. And I was so cozy and warm. And I almost fell asleep. And then Mia walked in. I woke up. It would have been the best nap though. Oh, but that's okay. And then we ended up ordering crumble cookies, which were pretty good. So yes, Avery Joe, drop your channel. Are you gonna purr for them? Oh, she's just a little baby. She's a little baby. Yes, she is. We'll lay together again because that would have been a really nice nap for both of us. Then Mia came in, Let me see if I can get her toe beans in for you guys. Yeah, go subscribe to Avery Joe's channel. I know she's just starting, but I'm very excited to see her content. Okay, I'm going to play the video. Let's see what else we got here. Let's hear this testimonial.
Never a thing for me. I don't like mentoring people in their business. I like coaching people in their fitness, and that's it. You need to know that with the compensation plan alone, just getting people into the program, you can still earn a significant income. There is no extra dollars attached to you in terms of you can't build a significant income. So the generosity should blow your mind.
Oh my God.
50% is mind blowing. 75%, it's like reverse of what it probably has been for you. For those of you who have come from a Beachbody plan, it's reversed.
What?
You get 75% instead of giving away 75%. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I love is I love the certification, because what that is for you is that is a qualifier for your clients. That is for them.
Everybody go sub to Avery Joe's channel. I love this so much. It doesn't matter if she doesn't have content yet. She's planning it. It's coming. So let's go support her.
To understand that you have invested in their health already by getting education for them so that when they have questions, you are
Generosity.
prepared to answer them. They're not waiting on one of the celebrity trainers possibly to answer their DM. You are the celebrity trainer. You have that knowledge. You are a proponent. You are educated in everything that Amanda has worked to create. She has given you all of the knowledge that she has accrued with all.
Except that's not how certifications work. For example, this is like saying, oh, Erin, you've been working with your trainer, Susan, for, I think it'll be going on 2 or 3 years at the end of this year. That's like saying, because I've worked with Susan for several years, that her knowledge that she's passed on to me makes me a certified personal trainer because I'm paying her for a service and she's passing her knowledge. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And if it were, organizations like NASM, ISSA, and ACE wouldn't need to exist because any rando on the internet would be able to certify people by just sharing their knowledge and charging them a course.
Of the research. And so it is a difference level for people that are coming to you as a client for you to have that certification. It is also a different process than just being able to pay a sign-up fee and to be able to call yourself like an affiliate and to be a.
The thumbs down. I love it. Accurate depiction of how I'm feeling right now.
Associated with Faster Way. And so you are essentially a fitness franchise owner of Faster Way.
Except you're not, because it's not a franchise. It's not a franchise. Franchisees don't get paid some sort of a bonus or a commission for signing up other franchisees. That's not how that works. Oh, listen, Leslie's a CPT now. So she's in.
And so by having a certification, by having an interview process, there is a level of brand integrity that is able to be maintained through
brand integrity through a pseudo certification that people paid $3,000 to $5,000. You guys are all CPTs on my team. I get a portion. When you guys get clients, I get a portion of your commission. I'll come up with a comp plan soon. We're all CPTs now. We're all amazing endocrinologists. No medical school required. We just have to go through their hormone specialist certification. Lushy is a CPT because she's strong enough to lift your mom. That's what she said. God, I hate this so much.
Faster Way coaches as a whole. And so because of the certification, because of the shared education, because of the interview process, any one of your clients that comes in contact with another Faster Way coach, it should only elevate their experience with the brand. Think about it like Chick-fil-A. Why do we go to Chick-fil-A?
Oh yeah, because nothing says this is legit like using a false equivalence fallacy. First of all, Chick-fil-A and Faster Way to Fat Loss are polar opposites. You're comparing apples and oranges, which is what a false equivalence fallacy is. These two are not the same at all. And if she starts to say it's just like a franchise, it's not. Not at all. Not the same thing. Wrong.
Chick-fil-A when we stop at rest stops, when we're traveling on vacation, because I know that the people behind the counter are going to be kind, and I know that the bathrooms are going to be clean. I know that it's going to be the same. Like, I will drive past so many other places because I know those things. And so you can rest assured that when they come in contact with another coach on, like, whether that's in their hometown or on social media.
But did you pay for the view of the sky? Because if you didn't pay $3,000, I don't think you can claim to be an astronaut.
What they associate as the brand is only going to elevate. And so those brand integrity pieces of the certification, and for you as a franchise owner, are only going to make your business sturdier in the process. The other thing about being a one-tier model is that it is so much more sustainable for you. I gave the
You're still recruiting people. You're still making the majority of your income off of recruiting people. That's not sustainable. There's a study, I was doing some research. I need to find the link to this, but there's a study that says that MLMs, and I'll see if I can find this and put it in the video description, that most MLM companies typically last about 10 years. Isn't that fascinating? I'll see if I can find that and put it in the video description. I can't remember where I was researching that, probably on an upcoming video or something like that, but I'll see if I can find it because I thought that was fascinating.
analogy. Christine Dwyer hates this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Christine is my grandma in the business.
Oh, God.
And I cannot tell you how many times I reached out to Christine when I had a question. And if you think about it, it is amazing to be a parent. It's amazing to be a grandparent. But can you imagine how many levels you have to try and raise at the same time? And at a certain level, how unsustainable that gets. And so with the one-tier model, there's two things. Is that one, it is sustainable for you as a leader. Oh my gosh, Courtney's getting me. She's telling me that you were my grandma. Okay. Fair.
You're both good looking
Oh, but it's not an MLM, guys. No.
grandmas. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
You and Christine.
Thank you. And so sustainable for you on that front, but then also if any of you have ever done any outside trainings, inside network marketing, they all told you, hopefully, if you did anything, that you should prepare for your business to have a 10-year life cycle. That is about the life cycle of the normal network marketing routine, because essentially what happens is other business.
It's like I just said that. There was I'm going to find that study. I'm going to find it. I'm going to put it in the video description.
Models come in and they have to be young and flashy. And so the older models cannot compete with that. But they also have these people who are rising at the top that are making so much money. And as the company tries to provide both the amazing start on bonus to compete with the younger companies, but also keep the compensation plan that they promised, they always break. And so ask yourself this question very, very honestly. And I'm saying this out of love. If you are like,
that needs to be a sticker. Who needs waivers? Only haters need facts.
that's good. I got another 10-year run in me. Fantastic. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I do not want to have to do this again in 10 years. What I can tell you about the one-tier model that Amanda has put together is that it is sustainable, and in 10 years, it won't break. And so I don't want you to have to go through this again in 10 years. And so
I think that this company is going to be around in 10 years. Considering it's a multi-level marketing company, considering the language, considering what I am going to call a fake certification, unless you're a certified personal trainer and you're using it as CE credits, which is weird.
At least walk into.
And let me also say, there are so many other ways that you can get different CE credits that are not $3,000. I can't.
Another network marketing opportunity, knowing that, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm sorry, that's just the boss part of me. I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Or
again, her Wi-Fi is a little bit weird, but it doesn't last very long.
Put your attention and your focus into a business opportunity that won't break. And so
yeah,
those are my favorite things about the model that you've created.
And Michelle, I'm so glad that you brought that up. And also, I hope I'm saying your name right. Alyssa, tell me if I'm saying it wrong. I love this question because
I'm going to say her name is probably Alyssa.
Maybe. This is what I nerd out over. How do we know that this won't happen with Faster Way in 10 years? Sorry, being devil's advocate. No, you are not playing devil's advocate. You are asking the right questions. Every single person on this call needs to be asking the right questions. What do I want to be doing moving forward? What did I love about Body? What did I not love? What were the activities that really brought me joy and energy? Maybe it's coaching. Maybe it was actually empowering the client. What were the activities that I didn't love doing? Maybe it was recruiting. Maybe it was getting nervous on Wednesday night or Thursday night, you know, kind of whenever you had to do the different, you know, make sure your people under you were in the right rank. I you know, remember that from a decade ago. So I am a good trainer. I like to think of myself as being
You're a good trainer, but you are having people do carb cycling.
a wonderful mom. I have 5 kids, but what I'm really, really good at, my core competency is marketing and business models. Okay. I was the general manager for a faith-based incubator accelerator in the Midwest. We were the only faith-based incubator. And for me, I obsessed over models, and I'm a complete.
So the reason that you want this person to believe that faster way to fat loss is going to be around in the next 10 years is because of your experience. Wouldn't it be important to talk about the climate within the anti-MLM movement and the climate specifically within consumer? I can't think of that word right now. Advocacy. There it is. Wouldn't that be important to talk about that? Because I feel like they're intentionally trying to be deceptive because they don't want to be associated as a multi-level marketing company. And that's why they were villainizing Beachbody. And that's why they villainized a lot of these things. But they're a multi-level marketing company. You're getting paid more, which actually kind of falls in line with the definition of a pyramid scheme. You're getting paid more to recruit other coaches than you are to make commission off of selling these programs to customers and the products. I feel like there's a lot more in this particular conversation of that person saying, hey, just, you know, playing devil's advocate, but how do we know that this is going to be around for more than 10 years? Oh, it's because I've done this and I've done that. The climate of the potential client that you're trying to recruit into this is going to be important. There are so many ways that people can work out from home. There are so many ways that people can research supplements. And by the way, supplements should be a supplement, not the main thing, a supplement. And in my opinion, you should have lab work to determine what supplements, if any, you should be adding, rather than trusting some wellness influencer online, because that's dangerous. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my apple cider vinegar video from Monday.
Nerd when it comes to the study of companies that last.
I played it too early. I apologize. Marie, thank you so much. That's so nice. Welcome, new members. I say this all the time, but one day after shoulder day, I'm going to wear a tank top and we're going to do an actual shoulder smolder. Thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate you so much, and welcome to the new members. It's so exciting.
What companies are around for 100 years and why? What companies are unfortunately crumbling? What is it about the mighty companies that end up failing or falling, going under? And so, you know, I'm every single day studying this. I love Jim Collins' work. And it's interesting because the companies that go from kind of billion-dollar brand to ultimately,
almost like she's making a shape of a pyramid with her hands. That's so weird and wildly accurate, in my opinion.
Bankruptcy. Typically, the first stage of this failure or crumble is hubris born of success. They have success, they become prideful, hubris born of success. Second stage of
kind of like how you were saying we expect to grow by 50%. Success, more success, and then a crash, right? Is that what she's referring to? Because I do believe that's coming for faster way to fat loss. I plan to dedicate a large amount of time to that personally.
Company failure is the overreaching or undisciplined pursuit of more without preserving core business. Okay, we see this all the time. Companies will acquire a smaller brand just for bravado. They'll build this massive 100,000 square foot campus just because they want their name on the top of the building. They'll overreach, and they have an undisciplined pursuit of more without maintaining a focus on core business. Third is usually some sort of Hail Mary where they just are like kind of grasping and usually
Kind of like what Prove It's doing right now with being acquired by Herbalife, in my opinion. If you haven't watched that live stream, you should. Yeah, there's more coming. On Monday, I am going to be, I'll tell you guys about that. All of the updates at the end. Let me hold that. Let's get back to this.
around this time, people are starting to realize like there's something going on over here, with this company. And then, ultimately failure and death is, those fourth and fifth. But for me, every single day, I remind my team that we are going to stay focused and we are going to maintain our integrity.
Yeah, in case you guys haven't heard, Herbalife acquired Prove It. And there's a whole press release from Herbalife, and the Prove It promoters are making it sound like the people that are speaking out about it, oh, they're just, they're taking it out of context. It says in the Herbalife press release from Herbalife that the distributors essentially within Prove It are going to be absorbed into Herbalife within 2 years. It also says that Herbalife will own 100% of Prove It's assets. And these I went into a whole thing on my last live stream, so check it out if you haven't seen it. I think you'll find it interesting.
Are going to maintain this desire to elevate and innovate on core business. We are always going to pursue highest and best good for the company. I recently have hired a few executives, senior executives, one from the biggest Orange Theory group in the US, which was 64 locations. I have a few other all-stars that I've brought in, and I told them, I said, listen, your loyalty is to the faster way. Every decision that you make must be highest and best good for faster way. Your loyalty is not to Amanda Tress. I'm hiring you, I'm paying you, but your loyalty is not to Amanda Tress. It is highest and best good for faster way. I think that there's an interesting study in the marketplace right now on specifically companies in the direct selling channel that take on private equity. I've spoken with a few.
This seems like it is so manipulative. How do you know you're going to be around for 10 years? And all she's doing is pointing in over here and over there and all these different directions. And, oh, this was my history. Okay. You can't guess what's going to happen in the marketplace. Do you agree? Hi, babes. Hold on. Luna wants to say hello again. Do you want to come say hi? Or are you just chatting? Do you want to come say hi? I think she's just chatting. We're going to keep it going.
Top Beachbody coaches. And I'll just say, for those who understand PE firms and private equity and what that means, I have been offered dump trucks of cash, you guys. I mean, every PE firm in the category has been knocking on our door. And for me personally, money's not even really interesting. It's just not. Like, I didn't start into fitness because I wanted to make money. Did any of us become a trainer because we wanted to make money? No.
But sat here at the beginning of it and said that her whole mission was to help fitness professionals get out of poverty. I didn't get into fitness to make money. What? Does she hear herself? I couldn't agree with this more. The virtue signaling is real. Also, dump trucks of trash. This is of trash. I mean, the shoe fits. Cash. If the shoe fits, wear it and wear it well. Oh my God.
I am going to pursue highest and best good for a faster way. I will not take on private equity. I will not do anything that compromises.
Listen, the thong song is elite. I don't care what anybody says.
Our ability to be successful for the next 100 years. My game plan is for my current 6-year-old to be the next CEO. You know what I mean? Like that's, that.
What if, this might be a wild take, what if your 6-year-old, as he or she or they get older, don't want to be the CEO and they decide that they want to do something else? Maybe as a parent, instead of pushing your child and pressuring your child to be something that they're not interested in doing, here's a wild take. Maybe support them and help them discover what they want to do as they get older as a parent. and support them in pursuing that rather than us as parents saying, you know what, they're going to be the next CEO. What if they don't want to? Wild take. I know, Amanda, you may want to write that down.
That's the plan. That's what I'm preparing for. So I'm glad that we received that question. Yeah, Michelle, we become Group X instructors because we love it, not for the money. It was never about the money. I was making $0, $8, or Olive Garden gift cards when I started, as a trainer. That's it.
But that was like 15 years ago. Come on.
I do love those breadsticks, but
They're good.
yeah. So we only have a couple more minutes. Let's dive into a few more of the questions. A few people have asked about the workouts. I just want to say, here's the deal. We are going to open up some interview slots this week. We typically have different enrollment periods for the Faster Way certification. And right now for Beachbody, we're doing things a little bit different. We are going to open up some interview slots for Beachbody coaches. I do have the scholarship options available.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? You're going to interview people? For what? The bridge contracts or whatever you're calling them? That is so weird.
As well. Etta, can you add the link again? We have a link with some more trainings we've done here recently. You won't see me and Michelle with this background. You'll see some more, professional background. And we have some more information too about the compensation plan. But what do you—
And I have it all. I have it all. Brianna, Jewel, and I have it all. Yeah.
you talk a little bit about the workouts more, Michelle, because I did see that question. And then again, we got 5 more minutes. So post your questions. Ed is going to post the link again. Okay, she just did. Yep, you can go ahead and look at that. We are going to open up a handful of interview slots this week.
Interview slots because they want to make sure that they're bringing over under the bridge contracts or scholarships, in my opinion, as they're referring to. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They want to make sure that they're only giving those to the people that are going to be the best investment for them. They have to have a large team. I guarantee you that's what that is for. Oh, we're going to interview you. Tell me about your following on social media and, what kind of content do you put out? Let's see your analytics, if they even get that far. How many team members did you have in Beachbody? Oh, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Okay, great. I think this would be a good fit for you. I think this might work out well for you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll waive half of your enrollment fee or certification fee or however they're presenting this. Or yeah, we'll go ahead and give you, you can get started in here for free. Go ahead and start working on your certification, talking to your downline. We can schedule a Zoom if you want to, and just for you and your team and help you bring people over. I guarantee you that's how this all went down.
Yes. Okay. So workouts. So Amanda already said that a lot of the digital fitness space is comprised of things that mimic a group fitness environment. And listen, I love me some group fitness. There's nothing wrong with it, but Faster Way workouts are far more like a group personal training session. And so the trainers that are there are truly professionals at what they do. They talk about form and technique.
Who does she think is teaching group exercise classes? People that are certified.
The pacing of it is a little more designed to be educational with you as well as motivational. And so you get the energy of a group workout, but you also get the education as well as the personalization that you would get from a personal training session.
Those are 2 different things. If you're working with a personal trainer and they're creating a custom program for you based on your goals and your abilities and your injuries and your health history, as they should be, they're not going to treat that the same as group exercise. Those are 2 very different things. You can't say, oh, this group exercise, because it's one instructor and a group of people, that instructor can't give everybody personal attention. Sure, they can go around the room, they can adjust people's form, they can do those types of things, but those 2 things are very different. because they're designed to be different. You can't have both in one thing because you're talking about one instructor in a group setting. They're only one person versus a one-on-one personal training appointment. This is so weird.
Every month, things change a little bit to keep the body guessing using progressive overload. And so last month we were doing a pod format for strength training. Now we've moved into supersets. I'm assuming at some point we'll go back to straight sets. And so while the days kind of stay the same of your hip workouts that are perfectly timed with the right nutrition to get you the maximum fat loss that you
HIIT workouts are not designed for everybody. High intensity interval training is not appropriate for anybody, or for everybody, excuse me. Who would that be not? Who would I not suggest that for? People that are new to working out, people that have problems with their hips, their knees, their ankles, people that are recovering from injuries, people that are recovering from surgeries. If you are running new people to working out through HIIT training, people are going to get hurt. Oh my God.
need, then the shift focuses into bringing more of the carbs back in to fuel you adequately for your strength training workouts. So there's a full body split, then an upper body, then you have a core circuit, and then we go into leg day where we do a leg day treat on Saturday and then active recovery on Sunday. So there is structure within it as well as flexibility. The more that you learn the program, the more that you can learn to adapt it to your week. And
did she say that was like 5 days of lifting? Five workout days. So we have Eric with his fitness plan shortcuts and now HIIT workouts that aren't vetted. Facts. I'm pretty sure she said, because the split that she said was upper body. She said leg day, active recovery. I missed a couple, but I'm pretty sure that would be a lot for somebody that is just starting. This program, in my opinion, from what they have shared here, without me seeing all of the details in front of me, sounds very dangerous. Sounds very, the risk of injury, in my opinion, sounds astronomical. If you're somebody that is new to working out, maybe you used to work out. And when I say workout, I mean like lifting weights specifically and doing cardio. If you're somebody that hasn't done that in a very long time, or you've never done it and you don't know where to start, I'm going to more than likely, before I even am looking at your health history, your working out history, your injuries, medications that you're on, things of that nature, I'm probably only going to have you working out 3 days a week. So for somebody to jump into high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT workouts, in addition to 6 days a week from what it sounds like, and only having one rest day, oh my God, absolutely not.
Move things around to go with you as you do, like as you get that education. But it is the most adaptable thing that you do, and you will be comfortable enough with the structure to push yourself weight wise so that you can grow and make gains in strength where you need to, but yet still keep the muscles guessing because of how they vary the programming. So I have been a client, like I said, since January of 2023, and I have not gotten bored yet.
Yeah.
But have you gotten injured? Oh, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
And I get bored easy.
Me too. Yeah. 365 new workouts a year. Couple more questions and then we'll hop off. So, yeah, here's the deal. So someone said, oh, you have to interview. Not everyone can be a coach. This is going to be a little bit of a mindset shift for body coaches. Yeah, we are focused on quality over quantity. Now, many Beachbody coaches are a good fit because you do have that health and wellness background. You have a passion to help people. Not everyone is a fit. We do turn people away. I want you to kind of bring, your A game to the interview and share why you're passionate about fitness and nutrition, a little bit about your goals. I I'm in communication with some top body coaches. And I'm like, if you send me a list of your rock stars, like it's very likely that they're going to quickly accelerate through the process. And we're not trying to turn.
Oh, okay. So it's like I was right. You only want people that have large teams and have leaders under them that also are going to recruit. Got it.
Anybody way who is absolutely, you know, a great fit. But that being said, you know, if your grandma decides that she just loves the program so much and, you know, she wants to be a coach, and we talk to her and it doesn't seem like she knows how to use the internet and she's not quite.
First of all, you know darn well, Amanda, that you're not going to be interviewing somebody's grandmother that was in Beachbody and just is passionate about health and wellness. You know exactly what you're doing and who you're talking to here. You want the top of the pyramid from Beachbody to interview, that are aware of how to work social media, that have significant teams, that have leaders under them. Just say that. Just be honest about it. Just say that instead of giving these examples that would never happen.
Sure how to get online. And I say, listen, become an ambassador. That's a great fit for you. Sometimes we do get on the call with people who are just looking for a quick buck, and that's not what we are. Now, we have coaches earning millions of dollars. Many coaches. I've got former Beachbody coaches who are now Faster Way to Fat Loss coaches earning over $1 million. Okay.
That is an income claim. You can't do that. This was posted publicly. Also, I'd love to see an income disclosure statement. Yeah. Why is there not one? This is a multi-level marketing company
with 50 people on their team and 1,200 clients. So, you know, you guys have, you know, some of you had hundreds on your team, who knows, after 9 years. And so, you know, very lucrative opportunity. I truly believe it's the best opportunity in the category for women and men who want to make significant income. But if you get on the interview and that's all you're interested.
Oh, but it's not about the money. No, she didn't get into fitness for the money.
Interested in is money, might not be a good fit. Okay. I feel like this group and the questions you're asking and how you're asking, it's, you know, a great vibe, and I'm feeling the energy here.
Great vibe.
I believe Dave asked about the men's program. Yes, absolutely. We do have a men's program. We also recently started a men's coach council. We have some phenomenal male trainers. The workout today is one of my favorite trainers, Sean. We do have some flexibility for more people kind of heavily involved with that coach council and different things, because admittedly, the men's program is a little bit more in its infancy. It is established, it is successful. However, you're going to be a little bit more ground floor with the men's program because it was just more recent that we decided, okay, we're like not focused on an entire gender, 50% of the population. So we kind of move some resources and some focus over. So it's a very exciting time to be part of the men's side, the men's program for sure. Our men do just absolutely fantastic with the programming. We do have daily workouts that are different for the men than for the women. We do believe even in 2024 that men and women are different. I'm sure I just offended a couple people, but
why? What? Why do you need separate programs for men and women? And also, where do non-binary folks fit into that equation? And why do they have to have separate program or separate programs? What?
Anyway, time commitment for coaches. Great question. So many good questions. We do, yes. Postpartum, pre and postpartum moms, Gail. I've had 3 babies since starting the Faster Way. My youngest is 2. So I've been pregnant, breastfeeding, postpartum through many of the Faster Way workouts. Yep. Dave. Yeah. Talk to us, Dave. We'd love to chat with you about Coach Council. Here's the deal. Best next step, not only if you're interested in the certification to kind of consider that interview, but also to join the program. If that $250 feels overwhelming right now because you just lost your job, you just lost your income with Beachbody, we do have a code. We have a full price code. We have a 50% code. My preference is you use the 50% code if you need to, because I do like when people put a little bit of skin into the game. I will get that to Christine, that code to Christine. I'm going to get it to Michelle, to Mindy, to Kelly, to Rachel, to a few others. Any coach who's on here listening, if you do want that code, feel free to ask me for it. Get into the program. I think that's going to be a great place to start. You can simultaneously be considering the certification. We want what's best for you, like I said at the top of the call. Not everyone is a great fit for Faster Way, but many of you are. And for those who are, it will be life-changing.
Oh
We
my
are here to
God.
stay. The tide is going out. We get to see who's swimming naked. Faster Way is growing. We are thriving. 2025, it's ours for the taking. Okay. We are ready to wrap our arms around millions and millions of people worldwide and accelerate our impact, hopefully in partnership with many former body coaches. So thank you guys so much for your attention. Michelle.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted, Amanda. Yeah, I will be featuring more of this, and I can't wait to collab with Brianna Jewell. Brianna, if you're seeing this, let's get going on this again. Let's do that. Oh man, I hated this. I hated this. Yeah, that swimming naked saying is so weird. So weird. They never said link arms. That's true. Oh man. Anyways, that was wild. Thanks for being here. I know this was a longer live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for all of your comments. Thank you for, if you have already liked the stream, thank you for liking it. If you haven't, please consider liking or thumbs downing if you're a fan of Faster Way to Fat Loss. I do not care. I am unaffected by that. Do what you got to do, but subscribe to the channel. And also, Faster Way to Fat Loss coaches, don't get crazy in these comments. I will hurt your feelings and I will back it up with facts. Don't do it to yourself. You might be thinking that. Before you hit enter, think about what you're doing, because I bring facts to the conversation along with an actual certification. So don't do that. What do we have coming up? Well, on Monday, Coach Rob DeBoer is going to be making an appearance on a live stream. It looks like after Friday, which is going to be a Nick Martinez video. Can't wait for you guys to see that. Shout out to you, Nick, the keto dad. Improve it. The rest of the month is going to be live streams. I have a budget that I keep for editing, and because of the deep dive, we hit our budget a little bit early. So lots of live streams throughout the rest of the month. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. starting Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, starting Monday. And Rob DeBoer, see you on Monday with your whistleblowing on Prove It. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Thanks for the people that have sent that video my way. I appreciate y'all. And I don't know what else I have next week. It's all planned out though. So receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to go make some chicken fajitas and hang with the family. And guys, don't join an MLM. And anything that is called Faster Way to anything, probably avoid. And just like at the beginning of this, I said that I would hope to, by the end of this, prove that this was an MLM. This is a multi-level marketing company per the definition from the FTC. So there's that. Don't fall for it. Work with professionals. And I will see you guys on the next video, which will be Friday, Nick Martinez, and Monday for the live stream with Rob DeBoer. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.